Yes, indeed. It is the world famous Cheeky Jaguar radio broadcast. Welcome back to it. Find us on the old Facebook. Oh, the Facebook. Also, CheekyJaguar.com. The mix on Tuesdays as well, because it is the Sunday radio show. So we are going to do this. We are going to holla, 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 as they say. Holla, 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 holla. Holla at you, bitch. Holla at you, bitch. Ha. We're going to holla at our next guest. He's going to join us here on the old Skip Skype, the old Skype-a-rooney, as they say. And I got to get all the.
Can you see me?
I've got you. My God, it looks like I'm in the VIP lounge. I'm trying to promote my drink. You know what I mean? Let me find all of our fun people. I will have to say I appreciate the fact that you have headphones on, because we did our first guest today. We did an interview with him, and I had to educate him how you got to wear headphones when you do Skype, because it was feeding back, and I asked a question and I heard it 60 different times before it got to him. All this shenanigans. So I appreciate that you have headphones on, sir.
Yes.
So thank you. We are going to go to the old Skip Skype. Yes, the old Skype-a-rooney, as they say. Forget about what you've heard. We have got John Mosier with us today. Of course, the fantastic John Mosier. We have Jaybird Wells, who looks like at the end of this whole thing she's going to go hunting of some sort. I don't know. I would make some sort of looting. I was gonna make some looting joke, but I'm like, that's kind of close to home. We don't need to be doing that, Big Hookz. We don't need to be making an. Although I do think it's funny that Jake Paul or Logan Paul, whichever one of those guys, was looting an Arizona mall when that guy's worth like $90 million. What are you going out and causing mayhem for? So we have got a great guest with us today. He sent me in the interest of full disclosure here, he sent me his Skype ID, and I went and added him, and it looked like Black James Bond. So I was pleasantly surprised when he picked up the phone, when he picked up the old Skype-a-rooney here. I'll tell you, brother, you need to be in the world of pro wrestling. You got so many gimmicks going on over there. You got a drink. You got a record label. You got the merch. This shirt is phenomenal. You pull that shirt off well. If I wore it, I'd just look like a really idiotic-looking white guy. But, first of all, Big Hookz, educate me and Jay and Mr. John here on why you are such a badass.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Doing good, sir.
Hi Jay, how are you? Yeah, I'm happy, man. It's an honor. Thank you for having me on the show. My name is Big Hookz. Originally, I was born, raised in Cameroon. That's in middle part West Africa, close to Nigeria, and then I moved to Germany. And then from Germany, I started the whole movement with my own independent label. I was an artist as well. Then I started managing artists as well. And then I moved to the U.S., which I've been, expanding the brand. Since then, I moved here say 8 years ago. But before then, I was coming here doing shows, doing festivals with my artists, So I've been, managing my artists, trying to get them gig, just to expand the brand. The brand is called Str8Team Entertainment. I'm the CEO of Str8Team Entertainment, and I own the label. And I'm Big Hookz. I'm an artist and signed myself under Str8Team Entertainment. And before I was signed with Sony Music, I had a deal for a single deal, which I had with Kevin Gates, and then. I terminated the deal after I just decided to do everything by myself. So I'm a very independent person, and I like to the DIY, do it by yourself.
That's awesome.
That's just all about me.
You know, I think it's great that you had a deal with Kevin Gates and Sony, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna go do this on my own.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
need a
Because
label or any of this. It's great.
yeah, the reason why I terminated the deal was because I felt like they were taking too long. Because already um, I was already out there. The single was out there on the radio. It was already on TV, the video, and when I got the deal with them, we had a lot of staffing meetings, so it was just wasting my time. I felt like
Yep,
you
yep.
know they just had control about everything I was doing, which I didn't, I didn't, I didn't feel like that was a setting that I want to be in. So I had to
Yes.
terminate the deal. And from there on, I've been moving smoothly, very strategic, and I think things have been very successful. What I've been doing
Well,
because
the thing that I love about the music industry, and I'm really glad to see that the radio industry has kind of gone this way too, especially. But the music industry, there were so many years where these guys had all you artists by the balls, and there was, I don't know, probably 2007, 2010, I started noticing there's all these guys and girls who went, I don't need the music labels. I'm going to go do all this crap on my own. Like Anthony Gomes, one of my good buddies, he's a blues artist. He could not get anybody to sign him. And then he went out and he created a blues record, and he got to be the #1 Billboard blues artist. Then he had all these labels trying to get hold of him, and he's like, I don't need you. I'm #1 on Billboard. And so, like with you, you've built your own record label. You've got
right.
artists, and you don't need these people. I think it's phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy that I made this experience of being an independent label and being signed on a major label. Because experience is the best teacher at the end of the day. I can only share that with my own artists or people that I work with, and that's why I have this book coming up. It's called From the Music to the Money. I have a book coming up, and then I'm writing. It's almost done. So it's right there. I'm just sharing my experience, how to brand yourself, and what is the experience that I made being on this independent level and the major level, and yeah, different things like scamming. It's a lot of things, man. The music industry is a very, very tough business.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
Did you say scamming?
yeah.
Oh yes. Explain
Oh,
to us
God.
this. Explain this, brother.
Yeah.
Some of the nonsense you've went through.
Yeah, man. Like one example that I went through, like a lot of people, they always say things they won't accomplish it, and people always ask for a little money now and there to do things which they don't accomplish it. For example, I had this one guy in Miami, because I used to live in Miami, then I moved now. I'm living right now in Washington D.C. area. This guy had a gig where he was telling me that if I can open up for Future is an artist, they have Lil Wayne, all of them. It was like a festival. So he sent me, because I don't do anything without a contract. I always have an agreement,
Yes.
So I told him to send me like a contract, agreement that, this show is going to take place. And he sent me an agreement, actually. So I ran that through with my lawyers, and they were like, okay, it looks good. But it was a scam at the end of the day, So the deal was like he said he will pay for my flight to come down to Miami, and I have to pay. I don't want to go with the figure.
Well, yeah.
It was
you don't need to
I
do
had to
that.
pay with $2,500
Yeah.
to perform, but he's gonna pay my flight to get there and the hotel. That's just one example. He actually paid for my flight. I went down to Miami to go into the show. They told me that they don't even know me. So I'm calling his phone.
I love these guys.
I'm calling his phone. He blocked my number.
Oh shit!
Jeez.
Yeah. So
Well,
that was one of the type of scamming that I've experienced being in the industry.
We've got a great guest with us today. Big Hookz joins us here on our broadcast, and one of the things, and you bring up sort of a similar story that happened in Wichita, Kansas, a couple years ago, where I believe it was Snoop Dogg was playing, and the promoter.
Right.
The promoter had rounded up all these local artists, and he had them pay all this money, and he got them all. That he at least let them all into the building. With you, he didn't even let you in the building. With these guys, he got them all in the building, sat them in a room, and then right before the show was supposed to start, he comes into the room and he goes, "By the way, I talked to Snoop Dogg, and they don't want any openers." Now, all these artists were like, "Oh, okay," and left, and there was only one guy. And I do this to put him over, and he knows this, Michael Game, who stood up and says, "Well, what about our money?" And the guy's like, "I already told you, he don't want any openers." And Mike's like, "Well, yeah, but you got to give us our money back?"
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. It was crazy.
It's talk to us about some of the other things that you've done, because you mentioned, you've got a book coming out. You've got a drink there. You've got the hats. You've got the merch. You've got all the music. Tell us about some of the different projects you're involved in.
Like right now, I just released 2 singles. One is called "Ride With Me." It's right now on TV, all TV, nationwide. The video, we shot the video in Puerto Rico.
Yep.
With my team. Shout out to my team for that. And it's called Ride With Me, featuring Remo The Hitmaker. Remo is a producer who produced for Chris Brown, and he produced for French Montana. He's one of those, platinum producers. So shout out to him. That's one of the projects that I have. Then I have another project, which I need to shoot the video. It's with Egyptian. Egyptian is a reggae superstar from Jamaica. And
awesome.
That is being released as well. And then I have other things that I do. I'm all about having my own product, which, branding. I have a product here. It's called Touch. I'm partnering with Touch. Fat Dog. They call them manufacturers Fat Dog. It's a vodka, premium vodka. You have different flavors. You have another one, which is Nirvana. It's also like a gin with CBD. And I partner with them. Yeah. So I just had a deal with them, and I'm promoting that, and they have different brand. Even the hat, it's Nirvana. They got like a charm, bracelets. They got a T-shirt.
Look at that.
So I'm big on having my own product. Then I have the book which is coming out. The book is just for me sharing my experience, like I was telling you guys with the scamming situation that I had before. And it's just like, any aspiring artist that is serious about the branding, to move their career, to the next level, my experience that I'm sharing with them, from, branding yourself, know your style, and be strategic, have a budget, you know what I mean? That book contains everything. So the book should be out like in August, which I'll be launching it. It's called From Music to the Money, So that's all I have right now. So,
that's enough. Good Lord, yeah. I'm just amazed by all the projects you're in, John.
Yeah, I still working. You know what I mean? Success is my duty,
awesome.
Man. It's my obligation.
That's awesome.
Everything I do, I always plan and planning, take action and execute it. That's what I do, and I do the same with my artists as well.
So Mosier, do you have any questions for our guest while we got him here? But besides where you got that shirt, because I want to get one of those shirts.
Oh, I was just going to ask about his early time like that, when they moved from Cameroon to Germany, then to the U.S. When did you move to Germany? How old were you?
I was like 16.
What made you go to Germany?
Oh, yeah. I went to Germany. That was a good question. I know they always come up. I went to Germany through my pop. My pop used to live in UK. And he had some properties in UK and went to school there. So he had some friends in Germany. Then I actually went to school in Germany. I went to school. I went to Germany to study, actually, through my dad. But previously I already had I was already musically inclined. I love music. I know that's what I really want to do. And since I'm a hustler, I went to school. Then I was still doing music at the same time. You know. Then I started my own label in Germany. So growing
Awesome.
up in Germany, I went to school there. I was doing like events, doing my own events, do like shows, bring artists, and just to push my brand. Then I had a group as well. So I've been doing all of that since back then in Germany.
Wow.
You just moved to the U.S. to expand the
Yeah,
brand, okay.
yeah. While living in Germany, I was coming here, still managing artists, coming here for like shows. We would do like summer festivals and some club gigs, and yeah. Then I decided to move here, due to family reasons as well, and yeah. So again, then just to expand the brand as well, because we do English hip hop, and the market is big here. Looking from the market perspective, that we could brand ourselves here more, and make the sales go higher. You know what I mean?
I think you're intelligent, especially with the multi-marketing you're doing with everything. It's like a lot
Just amazing.
of people usually fails if you don't diversify yourself. You're doomed to sit there and having to completely start over again. So I find it amazing and smart that you're doing all the things you're doing.
Yeah, thank you.
Just amazing stuff. We have got a great guest with us today. He joins us live here in our broadcast, and Big Hookz is with us. And so your social media, talk to me a little bit about your social media, because just looking at your Twitter profile and some of the other things that you've got going, holy smokes, you've got some numbers, my man.
Right. Yeah, you can follow me everywhere. You can just Google me, man, which is BigHookz on Instagram and on Twitter and on Facebook. I'm very big on Facebook and Instagram as well. I'm always there. You can reach me there anytime. And you can just Google me. You can find a lot of stuff about Big Hookz. And everywhere you can find me. You can find me everywhere you're never there. Anybody who's looking for me, man.
So your music videos, where can we find your music videos on like YouTube? I know there's a lot of folks that that's where they get their music anymore.
Right. Yeah, I got a lot of music. I have the Str8Team site on YouTube, which is STR 8, then team, which is TEAM. When you Google that, you can find that on YouTube as well. All my music videos are under the company. And yeah, if you Google that, you'll find me.
So this music video that you've got, which is pretty damn tremendous. We are going to pop this up here for our television viewers and social media viewers. Big Hookz and Remo The Hitmaker. Right with you. Take me through this video. What was, because there's all sorts of stuff here. You're shooting in giant houses. There's stuff that looks like drone shots. Supposedly it was shot in Puerto Rico, which it looks like it was shot in Puerto Rico.
Right.
Tell us about all this, brother.
Shout out to my team, Aim and Shoot. He was a director, and my homeboy Tito Grams from New York. I flew the whole team. We went to Puerto Rico, shot the video. The concept on the video is me going to Puerto Rico, meeting a female, female right there, where I had a show in New York. I had to leave. My manager was telling me we have to leave, and I was like, "No, I just met somebody. I got to stay there." And trying to get the whole situation right with the individual, with the female, and yeah, that's the whole setup for the video, the concept. And yeah, we shot it in the whole mansion, and we had a drone, we had all type of equipment, and it was a good setting and a good experience that I made over there.
By the way, how many damn costume changes did you have in this music video? My God,
I had three costumes, 3 different outfits.
Good Lord, I just. This looks like this took a heck of a lot of time. What was the shooting like and the schedule and everything? Did you shoot everything in one day?
No, we shot it in 2 days.
Wow.
We shot it. We started the whole because we had the mansion, and the main model kind of disappointed us. So we had to find the other, the female, which was in the video. We finally got her like late. So we started shooting late, and we finished it the next day. And then we did the other scene on the beach, and yeah, it was a very successful shoot. And I'm getting a lot of good feedback and support. You know what I mean?
So what was the disappointment in the model? What was she just not that hot? What was she kind of a bitch? What was the reason?
You see, that's one thing, man. It's a lot of people know Ree in this industry. A lot of people will tell you things they don't do it. We had an appointment with her. We gave her advance, and we supposed to have a DJ as well. The DJ didn't show up.
Oh, okay.
The DJ, yeah. So it was, I mean, for me, I always take any situation as a learning lesson to just improve myself, and
That's awesome.
it was disappointing, but again, disappointment is a blessing. So it came out good.
So this.
What was the most,
Go ahead, Jay.
Go ahead, Jay.
I was just gonna ask, what was the most difficult thing about filming it?
Oh, the most challenging thing about filming it, yeah, it was to get the models, like getting them. They took a lot of time, makeup, and it took us some time. We should have shot it all in one day. So to get her first to come, then get her outfit straight, that took us that was a little challenging there, but we finally got everything in control. And then getting things like the car we were supposed to use, the person didn't bring it. It was all challenging that we keep calling, and the director was calling people.
That's awesome.
And it was just all in stressful,
Wow.
situation. And then we
Almost like a wedding. Something's bound to happen.
yeah, right.
So basically, what is the pre-production process like to get this going? Because like you said, you set up the model, you made a deal, and then
Right.
that went south, and you had something to do with the car, and then that went south. What is all this like?
Yeah, Jiggy. First, it's all about planning. Like I said,
Yes.
you got to have a proper plan. If you don't have a proper plan, you can't execute correctly, and the result not going to look like what we had. So we planned everything, had a concept, and again, got some disappointment, which we kind of adjust everything in the whole process, and yeah. So we planned it. Then I flew from DC. They flew from New York. My director and the video guy. So we met in Puerto Rico, and went there, started shooting the next day. It was a lot of fun, but the disappointment there was good. It was okay. It was a learning lesson. Then they had some people out there. They brought the cars that we used in the background at night, and yeah. So it was more about planning. The plan went as we had, but we had this disappointment with the model and the DJ that didn't show up. So but we had a very good outcome with the video, good results.
So when you guys get this video put together and
Right.
you finally get everything done, the car shows up, the model's in a good mood, everything works.
Right.
How quick is it before you get the video back? Do they edit this pretty quick and get this to you and you get it uploaded, or how does
Yeah.
all that work?
Yeah. The director took like a week or so to do the post production. Sometimes he could do it faster, even within 2 days. We shot that video 2 days. Then within like a week, he sent me like the draft, which I'll look over it and make sure everything is right with the color grading and all the scenes are right, the transitions. It's a whole process of things that and I edit video as well, so that's more easy for me because I do editing. So
Awesome.
then when he sent it to me, I took a look and yeah, corrected some few things, and revised the whole some scenes that doesn't look right, and yeah, that was it. And that's the post production, and then once it's finished, I have to set a plan how I want to market the video, because marketing
Yes.
is the biggest thing about it.
Yes.
Doing the marketing and promotion, that's where you need more money, to invest in it. So as I always tell all artists, you have to invest in yourself, because you can shoot the video, have the best video. If you don't promote or market it, it's not gonna go anywhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, you've got a lot of views on social media. You've put a lot of time and effort into this. When is the book coming out?
The book is coming out like August. Jiggy is all about investing in yourself and taking the right amount of action in what you plan to do, and invest properly in yourself, and you're going to see the results. That's what I've been doing, and the book is coming out in August. Like I said, I plan to release it in August, and I have this video that's out. Then I have another single. Then I'm gonna drop an album, which is more like an Afro hip hop. Same time in August.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, with all this marketing and doing all this, you also work with a lot of different artists. What have you been able to pass on to them? That just some of the different mistakes that you've made to basically tell them, hey, don't do this, don't talk to these people, things like that.
That's a good question right there, because again, I'll come back to the book. That's why I'm writing this book, and I want to tell all aspiring and serious artists to get this book in August, because I'm telling a lot of things in there, how to brand yourself, what it takes to brand yourself, the marketing process, and it's all about investment. You got to invest in yourself. You got to believe and invest in yourself. If you don't invest in yourself, you're going to keep doing the same thing, and you're going to keep getting the same results. You don't want to do that. So the music itself, it takes like 10%. I would say 10%. I always put like 10 to the 90 rules. 10% you record the music, then you want to invest like 90% in marketing for you to see the result from your product. And it takes the same thing, everything you're doing, if it's music or any product, the marketing takes the biggest part of the budget. So that's what I tell my artists. Yeah, you can have the best song, even Drake or even 50 Cent, all of them invest in themselves. Any hit song is been, you have to market it right. You have to put some, have to have a budget behind it, and have a team is very important too. Have a team that supports you, that are loyal to you, and yeah.
That's great. So, John, do you have any more questions for Big Hookz while we've got him here?
It's going to sound weird, but I mean, I've been yawning through this whole thing because your voice is so calming.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I know it's weird, but I mean, I'm just like,
addicting.
You should do like books on tape or something, and that way, people could just be like, oh, okay, there we go.
Appreciate it. Thank you, man.
It's the accent.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just real calming and soothing. So.
How you doing?
Thank you, man.
That's
not
great.
Trying to pick up on you. Don't worry, guy. Don't worry.
That's great.
I was.
Jay does like black guys, Big Hookz.
Oh yeah.
He likes to stalk people too in a nice way.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
On social media, it's not like she's gonna show up outside your doorstep. So don't worry about it.
Well, Big Hookz, we are gonna play your tunes. I appreciate you being with us today. Thanks for coming on and chatting with John and Jay and me. And I will talk to you soon. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you for having me, man. Thank you so much. Definitely.
Well, we are gonna also next week we will be on the road on assignment, so We won't be here live. But Big Hookz, I will talk to you soon. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate it,
Have a good
brother.
one.
Thank you, man. And there goes Jaybird Wells, John Mosier, Big Hookz, and all the fine feathered friends, as they say. And I am going to try to attempt to play this file. We have had all sorts of fun today with media. Our Skype locked up on us. We had all sorts of shenanigans take place today. So I'm going to see if I can find this song and if this song will let me play itself. Because I even did a thing earlier today where I had a file and I went to go play it and it didn't even let me play the song. So we are going to see here if I can find these and see if they will play. And if they play, then we're in business. If they don't, we're screwed. So I'm going to see if we can get this going. So Big Hookz, it is Break You Down. And we are going to go to that right now. Here on our big program.
It's easy punch out, you know, oh, girlie, oh, you're back under the eye, you know, so give it to me, oh, 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 wanna for me go down, maybe to Emako, Bazimolo, from Douala to Lagos, why your booty keep shaking, now you nervous, focus, them girls wanna focus, oh shit, finally we famous, and you take me.
That's Big Hookz. He joins us today here on our big broadcast, and we are going to go to the next track. It is a fantastic song. You've seen a little bit, well, you basically seen the video earlier, and it's Right With You, and it's here on your world famous Jiggy Jaguar Radio broadcast. The big show, as they say.
I'm just trying to get some vibes with you. 'Cause you got a thing for me. 'Cause you got a thing for me. I'm just trying to get right with you. 'Cause you got a thing for me. 'Cause you got a thing for me. Listen, girl, you can live in your fantasy. I'ma show you what you never see. Look, me, I'm going from overseas, yeah, 227 to Germany. You don't fit understand what you don't see. Yeah, my daughter, you can really feel like. Turn your dreams to reality. Live full lives unhappily. Take control, make your body wine. Let that flow, got you hypnotized. Shit, goddamn, don't be shy. Fine body with your sexy rise. From head to toe, you're so fine. Sorry, I know they lie. For you, I go die. I'm just trying to get some vibes with you. 'Cause you got a thing for me. 'Cause you got a thing for me. I'm just trying to get right with you. 'Cause you got a thing for me. 'Cause you got a thing for me. Now be the one where I want. Nothing gonna change my mind. Make a look close, fine from my head down. Waistline, head to toe, girl. You're so fine. She be no no, so fine. Me under the waist, no time. Give you what you want. Let's have fun. Make up the table, let's go ahead, no time. To my crib, we're gone. Like 6 in the morning. Me under the player where I'm on it. Can't tell you're horny, go get my walk done, that's why you're horny. I'm just trying to get some vibes with you. 'Cause you got a thing for me. 'Cause you got a thing for me. I'm just trying to get right with you. 'Cause you got a thing for me. 'Cause you got a thing for me.
That about